Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be playing Gourgeist EX. Its first attack, Horrifying Rondo, does 30 base damage, but does 50 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon that have any damage counters on it. And its second attack, Ghostly Touch, for 140 damage, and discards a random card from your opponent's hand. Quick tip before we move on to everything else. If you can't take a knockout with Horrifying Rondo, like if you can't one-shot your opponent's active Pokemon with Horrifying Rondo, or you can take a knockout with Ghostly Touch, you should always use Ghostly Touch in those situations. But we're mainly focusing on its first attack, Horrifying Rondo. So you might be wondering how exactly we get damage on our own bench, and look no further than Risky Ruins. Whenever any player puts a basic non-dark type Pokemon onto their bench during their turn, placed 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So the main strategy is to find Risky Ruins turn 1, put it on the field, and then bench a whole bunch of Pokemon, and then poof, you got a whole bunch of Pokemon with damage counters on it. But what if you can't find Risky Ruins? Well, never fear, Froslass is here with its ability, Freezing Shroud. During Pokemon checkup, which just means in between turns, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent's, except any Froslass. So if you can't find your Risky Ruins, just put a Froslass in play, bench a whole bunch of Pokemon with abilities, which there are a lot of in this deck, and you're good to go. And you'll start hitting for big damage with Horrifying Rondo. And since this is a deck that revolves around placing damage counters on your own Pokemon, and since Froslass does it continuously in between turns, we've got Munkidori in the deck. It's a Drena Brain ability. It allows you to move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon if it has any dark energy attached. This is a very good ability to have in some cases. It can help you get extra damage on your opponent's active Pokemon if the damage you get from Horrifying Rondo isn't enough. Or you could use multiple Adrena Brain at once to knock out like low HP basic Pokemon on your opponent's bench, like Budew or Dunsparce or whatever. And we've also got Lillie's Clefairy EX in the deck because it'll counter Dragapult with its ability Fairy Zone. It just makes your opponent's Dragon type Pokemon weak to Psychic. And then we got Telepathic Psychic Energy, which searches your deck for 2 basic Psychic type Pokemon and puts them onto your bench upon attachment. And our ace spec in the deck is Secret Box because it provides a lot of consistency. It can search cards like Risky Ruins because it searches a card from each of like the different categories of trainers. Like it'll search an item, a supporter, a stadium, and a tool. I had a lot of fun playtesting in this deck, so I hope you enjoy the matches. I got 3 very, very interesting ones for you guys today. So enough talk, let's move on to the matches now, shall we? Okay, I'm going first. I start with Munkidori, and looks like I got matched up against Mega Dragalge. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to Telepathic onto Munkidori. I'm going to grab a Latias and a Pumpkaboo. I'm going to Poké Pad for this. And I prized both my Snorunt, so that's not good. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to grab maybe Budew. That'll help me. I'm going to bench it. I'm just going to end my turn. Okay, my opponent uses Poké Pad. Okay, grabs a Tynamo and benches it. Wait, is this a Mega Electros deck too? Or is he just using the Dynamotor Electric? Okay, attaches the Lightning Energy to Tynamo. Uses Lilies. Benches another Electrike. Uses Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Grabs another Electrike and another Tynamo. This is a very interesting matchup because you don't really see Lightning decks a whole lot anymore. Maybe that will change once Mega Zero Aura comes out in Pitch Black. But right now I've not been seeing a whole lot of Lightning decks. Like outside of Iono's Belly Bolt, which even then I don't see it that much. I think my opponent might grab Mega Manectric off that Ultra Ball. Yep. I knew it. Okay, back to me. Gonna Lily's Determination. Probably don't need to use Poké Pad right now. Okay, I got Gourgeist and I got Risky Ruins. I'm gonna put Risky Ruins on the field. I don't think there's any way I can find a Psychic Energy to put on the Gourgeist right now. What I am gonna do, have Crispin for next turn. Maybe I could Ultra Ball for something, but I really don't know what. So what I'm just gonna do is attach the Dark Energy to Munkidori and Mind Bend for 60. The great thing about playing Munkidori in this deck is I have Psychic Energy, and I can use Mind Bend to confuse my opponent and potentially slow them down. Okay. My opponent has 2 Mega Manectric now and an Electric. Just gonna read the attacks real quick. Okay, Flash Ray is not gonna be much of a problem for Gourgeist. Riotous Blasting could be a problem. Okay. I could Lilies, but I could also Crispin. I need more damage on my bench, so... Okay, I got Telepathic Psychic Energy. That's good. So I'm just gonna grab Munkidori. And bench the Munkidori from my hand. Probably the best thing to do. Adrenal Brain. Not much, just 1 damage counter. Onto Mega Manectric. And done. Retreat into Gourgeist for 130. Didn't really do much, but it's not a problem. Doesn't look like there's much my opponent can do with only a 2-card hand. Okay, there's the Mega Electros now. Split Bomb could be a bit of a problem. Okay. Just gonna Adrenal Brain 1 damage counter off of this Munkidori. Onto Mega Electros. Guess just Horrifying Rondo again for 130. Okay, my opponent attaches to Mega Electric. I'm going to attach another Darkness Energy to Munkidori. Horrifying Rondo for 130 again. Okay, my opponent plays Petrel. Maybe for Lilies, because, yep, I knew it. Because he's only got a 2-card hand. Okay, I need to find a Psychic Energy. Oh man, this is going to be really funny. I'm going to attach it to Gourgeist. And watch me rip Lilies right out of his hand with Ghostly Touch. This is going to be really annoying. Come on. And it's Ultra Ball. That would have been really funny if I got the Lilies. But even though things didn't go how I wanted them to, I still take the knockout on Mega Electros and take 3 prizes. That's not horrible. Oh shoot. That's not good. Now I can Riotous Blasting for 330. Wait, why'd you put Air Balloon on Mega Electric? It has no retreat costs. Weird. Okay, my opponent's probably... Yeah, my opponent Night Stretcher for Mega Electros. Alright. My opponent uses Riotous Blasting for 330. Don't really have many options now besides Munkidori. So I guess I should just promote that. But the confusing special condition should slow my opponent down significantly. I do get a Snorunt out of my prize cards. And I'm just going to Telepathic onto Munkidori to grab the Lillie's Clefairy. Adrena Brain, 1 damage counter off of Lillie's Clefairy onto Mega Electric. Can I Night Stretcher for anything? Maybe for the energy, but I can't attach one this turn because I already did Telepathic Psychic Energy. What I'm going to do is just Mind Bend. Now my opponent can't retreat his active Mega Electric unless he uses Switch or Prime Catcher or something. Okay, there's a 3rd Mega Electric. Oh man, I'm tired. Maybe that's why my brain is shut off. Okay, my opponent's trying to power up his bench to Mega Electric. Maybe he could find the electric. Maybe he can find the electric that he needs. Then he can start switching between his Mega Electric, keep using Riotous Blasting over and over. Okay, my opponent's gonna Flash Ray for 120. I thought it was 180. Yeah, it's 120, okay. I've read that wrong then. I'm just gonna put up another Munkidori. Since my opponent has 3 prize cards remaining, I'm just gonna Special Red Card him. Meowth for Boss's Orders. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna Night Stretcher first, because I don't want my opponent to concede too soon. I'm just gonna grab Psychic Energy from my discard pile, attach to my active Munkidori, Meowth for boss, and use boss, gust up the Mega and Electric that was on the bench, and Adrenabrain, both damage counters off of Meowth, and then 60 damage with Mind Bend, that'll guarantee the knockout. And I take my final prize cards, and I got a victory. Okay, I'm going first. Against, I think, Mega Dragalge. And Secret Box, get rid of Boss's Orders, Lily's Determination, Poké Pad. Gonna grab my Stadium and my Tool. I'm gonna grab Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Buddy-Buddy Poffin. And I'm gonna grab Lily's Determination for next turn. Play Risky Ruins, bench Munkidori, bench Snorunt, play Buddy-Buddy Poffin, get a Pumpkaboo, and yes, Budew in case I need it. And I'm going to end my turn. Okay, there's Chen Pao, which discards my Stadium. Poké Pad for Dragonair. And there's Lightning Energy on Dratini. Another Poké Pad for Chansey. What does that do? Okay, it just says attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Evolve into Froslass. Put Air Balloon on Munkidori in case I don't get Latias. Okay. Now what? I don't have any way to get Gourgeist or Latias or anything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna retreat into Budew, attach a Psychic Energy to Pumpkaboo. I could Poké Pad for something, but I already got 2 Munkidori on the bench. Don't really need much else. I could, you know what, since I am going up against a dragon type Pokemon, since this probably is a Mega Dragonite deck, I should probably bench Lily's Clefairy. It's gonna help me a lot. Especially since Mega Dragonite has 370 HP. So that times 2 damage multiplier, it's gonna help me a lot. And there's the Dragonair. Okay, Evolutionary Guidance. And there's Blissey EX. I'm gonna slap a Dark Energy right on a Munkidori. Adrenabrain. Onto Dragonair, I guess. I could Crispin. Just gonna put Psychic in my hand and Dark onto my other Munkidori. And then I'm gonna Itchy Pollen for 10. Can't really do much. Maybe my opponent will have a chance to get Mega Dragonite in play. Yeah, there's Evolutionary Guidance. Yep, there's the Mega Dragonite. There's Sky Transport into Blissey. Use Happy Switch. Okay, return for 180. That obviously knocks out Budew. And I have to hope and pray I get Gourgeist. Okay, I still have no way of getting it. I'm just going to attach Psychic to Lillie's Clefairy. I might be able to save my own butt though if I get a prize card that I need, because I can move damage counters off of Munkidori onto Chien-Pao twice. I can use Adrena Brain twice, knock out Chien-Pao, and take a prize card, and hopefully it's something that can find me Gourgeist. If you know it's Risky Ruins, it's not going to help. But I'm going to play it anyway, bench a Munkidori. And Night Stretcher or anything yet? No, just Budew. Yes, Stampede for 20. And there's Freezing Shroud. Okay, my opponent bumps my stadium with Area 0 Underdepths and plays Precious Trolley. I wonder what he's going to get out of the deck. It's going to be a doozy trying to navigate through this mess because I have not been able to get Gourgeist into play very easily. Probably going to have to Night Stretcher my Pumpkaboo back from the discard pile. Okay, there's Boss's Orders. Probably going to go after Lillie's Clefairy because it's a 2-prizer. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I was playing Boss's Orders. Nope, I guess he plays Crispin. Starts powering up his Mega Dragonite. Hopefully I can get a Boss's Orders of my own, go into Lillie's Clefairy and knock out Mega Dragonite instantly. Exactly what I do if I get an energy and the Boss's Orders. I think I really got no choice but to go into Lillie's Clefairy. Okay, finally I get a Gourgeist. Night Stretcher for Pumpkaboo. Put it on my bench. Adrena Brain twice. I think I'm gonna do it on... I don't have an energy in my hand and I have no way to get energy. I'm gonna have to get damage off of my Lillie's Clefairy so that way I don't get it knocked out in one shot. Might have to retreat into something. Okay, Adrena Brain. Get damage off of this Munkidori. I'm going to retreat into the Munkidori that doesn't have any energy attached. And pass. At least I won't have to worry about my Lillie's Clefairy getting knocked. And I do have to worry about it because boss's orders. If I can just get Gourgeist and an energy and maybe a Night Stretcher, I think I'm gonna be good. If I can get Lillie's Clefairy back from the discard pile. Now I'm going to be able to knock out Dratini with Munkidori. There's Petrel. It's not really going to help me. Adrena Brain. There goes Dratini. Please give me something I need. Telepathic Psychic. The bench Latias. Alright, Horrifying Rondo is going to do 230. Adrena Brain onto Mega Dragonite. That'll help me a little bit. Now it's gonna do 236. Yeah, that's just enough to knock out Mega Dragonite and take 3 prizes. The script is, oh man, how the script flips. Yes, I referenced Fazanthropede EX. Not exactly sure how my opponent is gonna get his way out of this mess. Maybe with Kangaskhan. Because if he flips 2 heads on Mega Kangaskhan, he wins. Okay, no. Just return for 180. Okay, I need to get as much damage off of Gourgeist as possible. Okay, and he conceded, so I guess I just win automatically. And what is that damage counter still doing on my screen? Okay, it's gone now. What an interesting match. Gourgeist versus Mega Dragonite. Obviously, that's going in the video. Okay, I'm going first. My opponent has a Dunsparce in the active spot. Don't really know what deck this is. I'm gonna bench Munkidori. I don't have any energy in my hand, so I'm just gonna pass. Okay, there's Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Probably gonna search more Dunsparce. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, no. This is Alakazam. That's not good. I might be cooked. But I'm gonna go through with the match, see how things go. I have Special Red Card, so as soon as he takes 3 prizes, I'm just gonna Red Card him. I know what I need to do is go after Dunsparce as soon as I see it, because that's like kind of what makes the whole deck work. Alright, bench Snorunt. Hilda for Gourgeist and Telepathic. Evolve Gourgeist. Telepathic. I'm gonna go for Munkidori and Latias. Horrifying Rondo for 30. Yeah, my opponent plays Dawn. And there's the Dunsparce. And the rare candy. Alakazam. It's only gonna do 2-6. Oh, wait. I take back what I said. That's gonna do 320. Okay, that's gonna do 340. There's no way he doesn't have an energy in his hand. There's Abra, there's Dunsparce, there's Xanapede. Yeah, that's gonna do 260. What's my opponent gonna do now? Okay, powerful hand for 260. Okay. Crispin. Grab a Psychic and Dark. Put Psychic into my hand. Dark. I'm a Munkidori. Adrena Brain. Right onto Abra. Or actually no, I'm just gonna go on Alakazam. Because Adrena Braining onto any of these really aren't gonna do me any good. And Telepathic onto Gourgeist. Find myself another Pumpkaboo. Because I'm probably gonna need it. Ghostly Touch. Knock out Alakazam and do a hand rip. I'll get rid of those in an enhanced camera, so that doesn't really help me that much. Okay, my opponent goes into Kadabra. Probably has another energy and an Alakazam waiting for me in his hand right now. Yep. My opponent is drawing cards like crazy now. There's another Abra. And there's the Enriching Energy. And that is Dunsparce. And more cards. Pretty soon my opponent's gonna deck out. And then there's an Enhanced Hammer. Get rid of the Telepathic Psychic Energy. Dawn for some more card drawing. Probably gonna search another. Okay, there's another Alakazam. More Dunsparce. More Abracadabra Alakazam. Does he not have an energy in his hand? It would be crazy if he didn't have an energy. That would be nuts. Oh, wait. They're just Air Balloon. And I think he's gonna retreat. Dude. He actually doesn't have energy in his freaking 22 card hand. That's crazy. Okay, I got Gourgeist. I have no way to switch into Alakazam, so... Horrifying Rondo isn't gonna knock out Abra. With Munkidori's help, I can do that. But I think it's gonna be better if I attach regular Psychic Energy to Gourgeist and Ghostly Touch. Okay, Froslass, this will finally start beefing up Horrifying Rondo. Adrena Brain. Right on to Kadabra. Then I'm gonna Ghostly Touch for 140 and do a hand rip. There goes to Dene. Okay. Grabbed a Buddy-Buddy Poffin from my prizes. I think if I play my cards right, pun intended, I might be able to win this. Okay, there's the energy. Looks like that's a dud because he only got 9 cards left in his deck. There's the Dunsparce. 3 more cards. I think with a 26 card hand, okay, 25 cards, that's going to do 500 damage. Looks like a draw. Okay, 28, 7 cards now. And that'll keep him from decking out just a bit longer now. There goes a couple Abra and an Alakazam right back into his deck from the discard pile. And there's Dawn. Another Abra, another Dunsparce. Pretty soon, drawing cards is going to be pretty bad for him, because then he's going to deck out. Gotta promote my other Gourgeist. Hopefully I can find a Crispin. I don't have Meowth in my discard pile, so I can Ultra Ball for one. I'm gonna discard Buddy-Buddy Poffin and Poké Pad. Don't really need those. Grab Meowth. But before I do that, actually, I'm not sure I'm really gonna need Risky Ruins because I'm already one-shotting Alakazam. And Meowth for Crispin. If I didn't prize my other one, okay. I get it. Hopefully this works. Okay, it works. I have both energies, so I can do the thing. I'm gonna attach Dark to Munkidori. I'm gonna attach Telepathic to Gourgeist. Adrena Brain. How much damage do I have on? It doesn't really let me look. Okay, only 20 on... Actually, I really don't think using Munkidori is going to be that good. Because I don't have enough damage on my benched Pokemon. I'm just going to Horrifying Rondo, knock out Alakazam, and then take a prize card. Hopefully, somehow, my opponent doesn't have another energy. That would be really nuts. But my opponent constantly went into Alakazam, so... Oh man, I think I could make my opponent deck out. He's only got one card left in his deck. So if he draws it, and... like, if he draws for turn next turn, and I put up a one prizer, and he doesn't have a boss... I mean, he probably does have a boss. I mean, why wouldn't he? Okay, there's another Alakazam. Yeah, I think I might still have a slim chance of winning. Okay, obviously he doesn't draw, because then he's going to deck out next turn. And Night Stretcher, probably going to grab an energy. Okay, nope, an Alakazam. Okay, but as soon as he knocks out... yeah, as soon as he knocks it out, I'm going to promote a Munkidori, Petrel for Special Red Card, annoy the crap out of my opponent, and then use Mind Bend for 60. Well, actually, I got Adrena Brain first. Okay. Gonna Petrel for Special Red Card. Hopefully I didn't prize it. Okay, there it is. There it is. Special Red Card. Special Red Card engage. Shuffle your entire 31 card hand to the bottom of your deck and draw 3 cards. Now your Alakazam can't do squat. Attach Psychic to Munkidori. Adrena Brain twice. So I can knock out Abra. I can do that. And there goes Abra. Take a prize. And then... I could bench another Munkidori, maybe. And I'm going to Mind Bend for 60. It's not going to knock out... actually, wait, it is, because Froslass, that provides the one more damage counter I need to knock out Alakazam. Take a prize. Wonder what my opponent's going to do to get out of this 3-card hand. Probably not much. I mean, he's got Fazandipede, he's got Dunsparce. Even if he knocks out Munkidori, it's only going to get him 1 prize card. The only way my opponent can win now is if he gets a boss and enough cards in his hand for powerful hand to knock out a 2-prizer like Latias or Meowth. Okay, and he's got to get another energy. Okay, there's the Dunsparce. Runaway draw. 9 cards. My opponent's pretty inactive. Maybe. Okay, there's Telepathic. So I know powerful hand will at least go through. I know he's going to knock out Munkidori, so I could probably Petrel for a Night Stretcher. Okay, he's got a boss. Yeah, it's over for me. That was one heck of an interesting match. Even though I used Special Red Card and I navigated my way out of some pretty difficult situations, my opponent still came through, got enough cards in his hand to knock out a 2-prizer, got the energy for Alakazam. Yeah, I still lost, so... man, what an interesting, spicy match. That is definitely going in the YouTube video. This is going to be one great video. Anyway, guys, that wraps up the video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, share, and last but definitely not least, subscribe, because 89.5% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you like my videos, please go subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, click here to watch me kick butt with Mega Dragalge. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, God bless.